Malta may only have a population of 500,000, but its volatile history has made it a key player in the succession of Mediterranean power battles and an eyewitness to the merging of European, African, and Middle Eastern civilizations. Foreign powers such as the Phoenicians, Romans, Greeks, Arabs, Normans, Sicilians, Swabians, Aragonese, Hospitallers, French, and British all played a role in shaping its unique history over centuries. Because of this, the country is filled with interesting places from the past. And that is why in this video, we will tell you about the top 10 landmarks in Malta. So watch the video until the end. Before starting, like the video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss our future videos. And now, let's get started. 10. Lascaris War Rooms. During World War II, the Lascaris War Rooms in Malta serve as an important military headquarters. This was the location from which the invasion of Sicily, in addition to a great number of other operations, including the coordination of Malta's air defenses, were carried out. It was a well-guarded secret that the Lascaris War Rooms existed. These rooms were hidden below and connected by a complex network of tunnels. After serving as a Royal Navy facility for several years in the years immediately following the war, the Lascaris War Rooms were repurposed in the 1960s as a strategic communications center for NATO. It has been a popular tourist destination ever since the Malta Heritage Trust took over its administration in 2009, and you can visit it now. 9. Medina, which was the capital of Malta during the Middle Ages, is an excellent example of a historic walled city and should not be missed by those who have an interest in history. To ensure that you don't miss out on any of the history that is all around you, the Old Town offers both guided tours as well as self-guided audio excursions that are available throughout the area. It is almost as if you have taken a step back in time thanks to the city's winding stone-paved streets, its ornate churches and palaces, and the fact that driving a car within the city is prohibited. This all makes for a serene stroll through the city's rich history. 8. Auberge de Castile. The Auberge de Castile in Valletta, Malta, is a well-known monument and architectural marvel. The palace was built in the 16th century as a house for the Knights of St. John, although it has since served as a medical facility, an army headquarters, and the official place of residency of the Prime Minister of Malta. The interior boasts outstanding pieces of art and grandiose halls that represent the building's rich history, and the outside is a tribute to the great craftsmanship of the time with its stunning baroque style and detailed embellishments. Today, tourists flock to Auberge de Castile to learn about the building's rich past and marvel at its stunning architecture. A notable political and cultural landmark, it is still the official residence of the Prime Minister of Malta. 7. Fort Granella. Fort Granella, which can be seen in Calcutta and was constructed in 1878, is recognized as the world's first mechanical fort. It is a relic of Malta's time when it was ruled by the British, and it is a tribute to the technological advances made during the Victorian era of industrialization. The fort recently went through a program of repair, and now there are animated tours available that include live reenactments of military activities such as cooking in the mess hall or practicing with bayonets, among other things. 6. The Malta Aviation Museum. In the Maltese village of Takali, on the airstrip once used by the Royal Air Force, you'll find the Malta Aviation Museum. It houses a large number of aircraft, uniforms, and other items linked with the armed forces. The principal focus of the Malta Aviation Museum is the Second World War, and more specifically, the crucial role that Malta played between 1940 and 1943. Some of the more interesting artifacts include a World War II Hawker hurricane that was recovered from the ocean floor in 1995 and restored to flying condition in addition to various scale models, a range of antique and current motorcycles, dials and gauges, logbooks, medals, uniforms, and a cannon. A small chapel and memorial garden honor the Maltese members of the Royal Air Force who were killed in action during the Battle of Malta. 5. Hagger Kim Temples. With a history stretching back over 5,000 years, this Neolithic temple complex is widely regarded as one of Malta's top attractions. Hagger Kim, found in Hagger Kim Archaeological Park, is widely recognized as one of the world's earliest temples. Very little is known about the site's history, however. It is presumed that it was once used for fertility rites. Despite the unfortunate addition of a roof to shelter the remains, exploring the site is still possible. and the roof adds nothing to the structure's historical value. There is a steep hill in the middle of the about 500-meter span that separates the temples. There is both a children's area with building blocks and an immersive 4D film introduction, as well as an informative, interactive visitor center that provides background on the building's development. 4. Malta National Museum of Archaeology. You should begin your exploration of Malta's rich history in Valletta at the National Museum of Archaeology, which can be found on Republic Street. This is an excellent spot to get started. Many of the most significant discoveries made in and around Malta can be found here, including items that date back to approximately 5200 BC. The National Museum of Archaeology is home to sculptures, pottery, and many other significant artifacts. Many of the sites on this list have donated relics to the museum, including some from the Hypogeum, Hagger Kim, and Tarxian temples. There is no better place to go if you want an interesting look at ancient Malta than here. 3. Gantija Temples. Megalithic Gantija temples can be found on the island of Gozo. According to UNESCO, they are the world's second oldest human-made structure. The Maltese name for Gantija is giantess, and it refers to the two well-preserved temples made of stone that are enclosed by a wall. For fertility ceremonies that respected both humans and the natural world, the temples were built with ceremonial elements in mind. Tourists can now spend a couple of hours walking on an accessible and lightweight boardwalk that was built in 2011 to protect the floor after the temples were restored in the late 2000s. In addition to the sites, there is a modest gift shop and a visitor center with helpful information. The visitor center has souvenirs for sale if you want something to remember your journey by. The Neolithic coastline of the island can then be seen from the beach at nearby Ramla Bay. 2. Johns CoCathedral. The foundation was laid for St. John's CoCathedral in 1572, but it wasn't until the 17th century that it underwent the redecoration that made it the magnificent example of Baroque architecture it is today. St. John's CoCathedral is steeped in the history of the Knights of St. John and should be visited by anybody with an interest in the order. In addition to its stunning Baroque design, this magnificent building also houses works by Caravaggio, among many other masterpieces. This is only one of its numerous advantages. The museum also houses some exquisite illuminated manuscripts, some dating back to the 16th century. This beautiful church is a lasting tribute to the Knights Hospitaller. Although the outside of St. John's Cathedral in County Mayo is not exceptionally complex, the interior is wonderfully decorated with frescoes, sculptures, and carvings. Grand Master's Palace. Since the 16th century, the Maltese government has been housed in the Grand Master's Palace in Valletta. In 1571, the Grand Master's Palace became home to the Knights Hospitaller of St. John, a religious and military order that remained on the island of Malta until 1798. The staterooms and the armory of the Grand Master's Palace are open to the public today in addition to their use as a government structure. Many of the works of art on show in the staterooms, such as the Great Siege frescoes by Matteo Perez de Leccio, date back to the era of the Knights Hospitaller. The Palace Armory, meantime, houses the superb arsenal of the Knights Hospitaller. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any of our videos.